The White House for us tonight. Savannah, thanks as always. And we have new numbers debuting here tonight on how people are feeling about their country and their president and health care right about now. Our new NBC News Wall Street Journal poll is out. Our chief White House correspondent and NBC News political director, Chuck Todd, here to walk us through it. It's still early in his presidency. Start with him. How are people feeling about it?
Well, if there's one piece of good news that the White House can take from this is that he's still the most popular politician in the country, but that's part of the problem. He is now viewed as just another politician, and this campaign for health care, Brian, has taken a serious toll on him and his party. As our pollster, one of our pollsters says, the August vacation for the president can't come soon enough.
Sometimes I get a little frustrated.
At the end of yet another campaign-style event for health care, the president wasn't just speaking for himself yesterday, according to the latest NBC Wall Street Journal poll. For the third straight month, the president's job approval rating has dropped from 61% in April to 56% in June to 53% now. In Maryland, graphic designer Joyce Petrozelli still supports the president, but has some doubts.
I don't think he's done as well as I had hoped. And I'm not sure why, except that we can't really get out of this economic downturn.
On the economy, the president's numbers are even lower. Just 49% approve of his performance. And as for the stimulus, more folks told us the president's signature $800 billion plan was a bad idea, 43%, than a good idea, 34%. Then there's health care. Just 41% approve of the president on this issue. His campaign has not swayed retired New York City police officer Felix Perez.
He's not saying what he really wants to, what his plan is.
And concern about the recession and the deficit is rising, complicating the health care push. California zoning attorney Jamie Hall.
It's not going to be cheap, and it's going to increase the deficit, and I think most Americans are concerned with that.
As uneasy as respondents were about the president, they were downright negative about Congress. 63% disapprove of the job lawmakers have done, only 24% approve. In Georgia, Frank Lazaro has had it.
As much change as was brought to the White House, I don't see any of that happening in Congress. It's the same Congress, and we have the same issues. I think Congress should be fired, all of them.
And 6 months after President Obama took office promising to end partisan rancor, 59% fault both parties equally for persistent gridlock.
Congress is trying to move forward, but they're at a stalemate because we have the issue of the Democrats and the Republicans, and they can't seem to come together. And that's frustrating. That is frustrating.
Brian, there's a reason we saw the president talk more about the economy. 58% told us they do not feel like the worst is over.
Now, last question, 2 words. Sarah Palin.
Well, I tell you, her decision to quit, not sitting well with Republicans. More Republicans told us they would not like to see her as president in the future than told us they would like to see her as president. This is Republicans.
Fascinating stuff. Chuck Todd, thanks, as always.